Instructions for winterizing your in-ground pool. Winterizing your pool properly is critical because your pool water will not be circulated for the next several months. Water chemistry is important to the longevity of your liner and any other parts that water comes in contact with during this period. For example, copper or iron in your water can stain your liner. Improper pH may be very destructive and corrosive to the pool and its equipment. Algae will be easier to get rid of now than in the spring. Approximately 48 hours prior to closing your in-ground pool, bring in 1 quart of your pool water to our store for analysis. Please utilize our free water test bottle or use a clean plastic container. Do not use empty chemical containers. Also, bring a list of your chemicals that you have at home. If you have a solar blanket, remove by slowly lifting it over the edge of the pool, being careful not to catch or tear it. Rinse any debris off of the blanket. Use teddy bear cover cleaner to clean and deodorize it before storing for the winter. Gently brush cleaner over the entire surface. Rinsing is not necessary, but leaving the cleaner on will reduce odors and protect the cover. Fold the cover carefully and store in a Rubbermaid 20 or 30-gallon tub with a lid. It should not be stored in a shed or garage where ants or mice may destroy it. Vacuum your pool of debris and remove leaves with a leaf net because they can stain your liner. Clean your liner above the water line with Bear Buster. Place a small amount of cleaner on a pool scrubber, available in our retail store, and gently rub in a circular motion. This will remove harmful dirt, grease, suntan lotions, and air pollutants. Do not use corrosive home cleaning agents. You should now add all of the chemicals from your Teddy Bear Winterizing kit. It does not matter what order you are adding them as long as your filter is running and they are added separately. Bear Algae Out. This is a broad-spectrum, non-foaming algicide used to inhibit algae from growing. Add directly by walking around the perimeter of the pool surface. Bear Magnet. This is a chelating agent that is used to tie up minerals such as copper and iron so that they may be filtered out, thus preventing staining of your swimming pool liner. Bear Shock. This chemical kills bacteria and algae. Fill a plastic bucket with water. Then add Bear Shock and stir it with a wooden stick. Add by walking around the perimeter of the pool, pouring slowly to avoid splashing. If any shock remains on your pool bottom, brush it until it dissolves. Try to circulate the pool water approximately 1 to 2 hours by operating the pump and filter to evenly distribute the winter chemical treatment. Remove the diving board bolts and lift the board off the stand. Remove the fulcrum bumper. To remove the rails, lift up the escutcheon plates and loosen the anchor socket bolts. Then lift the rails from the anchor sockets. To remove the ladders, lift up the escutcheon plates and loosen the anchor socket bolts. Then lift the ladder from the anchor sockets. Remove the eyeball return fittings. The fitting may come out in pieces or as one assembly. You may need to use a plastic key to remove them. These are available from our parts department. Remove skimmer baskets and skimmer weir. Remove the suction grate if you have one. If you have walk-in stairs with a hydrotherapy jet, you need to remove the lock ring, the jet body, and the Teflon ring that is seated in the back of the jet. If you have a DE filter, backwash your filter. For more information on operating your DE filter, please view DE filter operation in the next chapter. If you have a cartridge filter, be sure to drain your filter and remove the cartridge. For more information on operating your cartridge filter, please view the cartridge filter operation chapter. If you have a sand filter, backwash your filter. Remove the drain plug, Move the valve handle to the winter or closed position. If possible, remove the valve. Disconnect the hoses from the filter system and the pool. If possible, move your filter inside. Turn off the electricity to your pump. Drain the pump by removing the 2 drain plugs. Disconnect the ground wire. Disconnect the union from between the pump and filter. If you have a chlorinator, disconnect each of the 2 hoses by loosening the white ferrule nuts that are on either end of the black chlorinator hoses. Disconnect the suction and return lines from the filter and pump. Blow air with a reversible vacuum or air compressor from each of the lines by the filter and pump one at a time. This will force the water out of the line and allow you to plug each line while the blower is running. This step will require 2 people. For return and wall suction lines, plug with a threaded or expansion plug. Use a gizmo for the skimmers. This prevents ice expansion from cracking the skimmer. Use a number 11 expansion plug for the stair jets. Remove the stair jet air control once the expansion plug is inserted into the stair jet to allow remaining water to blow out of the line. Add about a half a gallon of non-toxic antifreeze into the stair jet air control and replace the control. We suggest adding approximately half a gallon of non-toxic antifreeze per line. If you have a line for your slide, remember to disconnect and blow out. Bring the pump motor, filter, hoses, ladders, and any other accessories out of the weather. Do not store any of your equipment with your chemicals. Try to store your filter and accessories in your cellar. Carefully place the cover on the pool black side down. It is important to cover the pool with a good quality cover. Remember, a cover that is marginal will not last the winter. Use water bags or aqua blocks to secure the cover on your deck. Fill water bags 2/3 full and do not drag them when moving. Only fill aqua blocks to the designated fill line. Also, remember to lay your vapor barrier on the water surface of the aqua block prior to snapping on the cover. Do not use cement blocks, wood, or other items to secure your cover. To prevent wind damage, add a small amount of water onto the cover to add weight. If you have a DE or cartridge filter, now would be a good time to clean and degrease it. For more information on cleaning your filter, please view the filter operation chapter specific for your type of filter. Teddy Bear Pools also offers this service for a fee. You can bring your filter in and pick it up when it is ready, or have our service department pick it up and deliver it back to you. Remember to always read and follow label instructions on pool chemicals and products. Winterizing guidelines for in-ground pools. A homeowner's off-season responsibilities. It is important to make sure that your pool is filled with water, especially if you have a high water table, because your liner may float. Covers are not 100% water barriers. Water seepage is a normal occurrence. Remove excessive water, anything more than 3 inches, from the cover during the off-season. If you use an electric pump, make sure you put a frisbee or similar object under the pump. If you don't, you may draw your pool water through the cover. You should also remove the leaves from the cover before the first freeze. If they remain on top, they will rot and seep through the cover and contaminate your pool. Do not allow excess weight to collect on the cover because the water under the cover will become displaced, resulting in the loss of chemically treated water in the pool. Damage to your cover may occur. Debris from the cover may fall into the pool water if the cover tears or is pulled into the pool. Save the receipt from your winter cover. This will be needed if you need to warranty a cover. Do not use chlorine floaters over the winter. This can bleach out liners during the winter. Store the pump and filter inside your cellar over the winter. This will prolong the filter life and prevent it from cracking. Do not store filter systems and pool accessories with pool chemicals. This will cause oxidation to the equipment. If you have a mesh safety cover, you should lower your water level 12 to 14 inches when closing your pool. Add algicide to mesh safety cover pools in the fall before the water freezes, and again in the spring after the water thaws. This will help prevent algae growth. We recommend a 3-month algicide. And finally, do not close pools before the water is properly balanced.